I'd like to invite everyone to begin a meditation practice. So, first of all, closing the eyes and coming into this sense of the sitting posture, feeling out, coming home to the body and seeing how is it right now. We can notice the temperature in the room and on different parts of the body. Just these simple observations. The posture, observing the way that we hold this body. And I find it really interesting. I don't know about you, but when we start to meditate, often there's a sense of relaxation that starts to seep in. The body beginning to, what is it? To droop, to settle, to unwind. Just feeling the muscles that often are so tight and tense, beginning to soften. Breathing deep. Oh, it's so nice just to sit. No agenda, no jobs to do at this moment. We've come here to meditate. We've come here to simply be here. This is such a gift. This is such a privilege. It's a luxury. And it's one that we can fully appreciate when we practice the Buddha's teachings. That this is more than enough. There's nothing missing here. Coming fully into this moment. Presence. Nothing else is required. And so, of course, the body enjoys and the mind enjoys this opportunity, this space, this practice. So let's direct our attention to the body and feel the weight, the posture, the temperature, any movement, and feeling in the body. What is it to feel? There's usually some element of vibration or pulsation, some kind of a flickering sense to feeling. When we meditate, we can observe that there's pleasant and unpleasant feelings. If there's pain somewhere in the body, sure, that is unpleasant. As the body starts to relax, as we sit still, breathing and being present for this body, of course, we can say pleasant feeling can arise as we enjoy simply sitting with wise, with kind attention. But a lot of what we feel is quite neutral, isn't it? Doesn't really strongly attract or repel us. It's just some sense of the skin, the edges of the body, perceiving, touch. Quite neutral, feeling the touch of the air on the skin, feeling the touch of the clothing. Can you feel it here and there? Or feeling the warmth where the clothing is insulating the body as compared to the cooler, exposed areas. To feel the breath is quite neutral, most often. Feeling the breath coming in the nostrils, filling the chest and belly as they inflate and deflate with the breath. The beauty of this meditation, most of our body awareness as we develop it, it's calming. We're letting go of desire and aversion, of covetousness and grief for the world, the push and pull, the intensity. This is quite calm here, sitting. We can observe the effect of paying attention to neutral feelings, just the way it is. I don't need more of it. I don't need to get away from it. Here it is. As we continue to observe this body sitting, body breathing, we can become aware of more subtle experiences. It can be very helpful for our mindfulness development to move the attention away from the obvious and direct it towards the less obvious. And in this way, we can benefit a great deal from moving the attention around the body to places where we wouldn't otherwise have any awareness, any connection. So I'd like to invite you now to quite methodically scan the body in whatever way works for you. Oftentimes it can be helpful to start at the top of the head, and move the attention down all around the scalp area. And immediately it kind of springs to life, doesn't it? Oh, I have a scalp. As soon as we direct our attention to any part of the body, it seemingly comes to life, because we can feel so much when we pay attention. So paying attention to the area where the hair grows long, scalp area, coming over to the forehead, the temples. And often we have a bit of a frown here. There's a bit of holding in these muscles of the brow and around the eyes. Just see how, when we pay attention, the tension here can relax. The frown can smooth out. Feeling around the eyes, the eye sockets. The same, releasing of any tightness or tension here. It's like a straightening out, an opening out can happen quite naturally. Coming round to the ears, sides of the face, the cheeks, the nose, and the upper lip, and the lower lip. And immediately we can feel them, can't we? Good to pay attention here. And keeping the attention moving, scanning on the chin and the jaw. And oftentimes, if we pay attention here, come inside the mouth. Notice the teeth and how they're held. A lot of people grind their teeth. There's this constant work going on, completely unnecessarily. Let the jaw relax. See how we can notice tension, grinding, lower jaw, pressing into the upper jaw. And when we pay attention, we can let it drop. Let the mouth hang open if that's comfortable for you. But often it's more just a separating of the teeth and a sense of relaxation. All around the jaw area and the throat, coming down to the neck, to the throat. Sometimes very tight, very constricted. Just allowing the attention to really release and relax any areas in the throat, in the neck, that are tight or tense in any way. Moving round to the back of the neck, and we can notice the posture. How is the head held on the body? Often it can be like a kind of pushing forward, as if we're moving into the next moment, head first. Just see if there's any kind of adjustment that can be made to rest back, upright, allowing the head to sit on the body in a way that requires no effort and opens the throat, lets the thyroid breathe, allows space for swallowing and breathing. So we can notice the breathing here. Notice the natural breath and swallowing. Just to mindfully swallow and to feel that process with our full attention. Feel the saliva in the mouth, in the throat, moving down. And slowly but surely coming down to the shoulders, both sides symmetrically. Oh, just let the mindfulness, the attention, kind attention, like a warm massage with hot oil, just all around the shoulder area, feeling what we feel. Again, it's often quite neutral feeling, but we may notice tension here, knots even, hard places, tightnesses. We're not trying to change anything with this body awareness practice, but just to see, to feel, to know the way things are. But so often as a result of our endeavor, of our attention, deeper and deeper relaxation comes about. So observing the shoulders, and if there's any inclination to stretch a little or to move the neck a little bit, move the head a little bit to ease any tension here, then that's totally fine to be done. Always adjusting the posture as needed. And as we continue to develop this awareness, the posture will often realign in helpful ways. Coming down now the arms, all the way down from the shoulders to the elbows. What can we feel? What's it like to have arms? How do we know we have arms? Sense of location, sense of feeling, tones, skin, position, touch. We can feel the elbows touching the legs, perhaps. Coming down the forearms to the wrists, warm or hot or cold. Any discomfort or just quite numb sometimes, not very much apparent. But as we pay attention, we can see how actually, yes, there's a lot going on. There's a subtle something, sometimes like a vibration or a quivering or a sort of like pins and needles type feeling. We don't really need to describe it, but just feel it. Feel the body in the body. Coming down the hands, palms of the hands, back of the hands, the knuckles, the thumbs, right to the tip of the thumbs, and the four fingers in turn. Down to the fingertips. Feeling what's happening here right now. Almost always neutral feeling in the hands, the feet, the head. Not always, but often a good place to pay attention if there's a lot of restlessness or emotional turmoil or physical pain elsewhere in the body, just to rest here in the hands. It's soothing, it's peaceful. There's a lot to observe here. We can really direct our attention to the hands very usefully at any time to ease and calm and develop greater mindfulness. And coming back up to the shoulders, top of the trunk, the chest area. Let's move the attention all around the front of the chest, sides, and the back. Again, as we pay attention to the spine here, we can see how there may be some slouching, and it may be good to straighten up. And then notice how the chest cavity is hugely expanded. Space opens up as we sit straight. We can breathe more easily and feel the breath here. How do we feel the breath in the lungs? Usually it's just that sense, isn't it, of expansion and contraction. We can notice, the rib cage moving with every breath, the diaphragm. Can we feel the diaphragm? Pushing down with every in-breath, coming up with every out-breath. Whatever you feel, the subtle movements of the breath here, the sense of air element inside the chest, and the heart. Can you feel the heart? Can you feel any pulsation here? Or a sense of heaviness? Often this area, the chest area, we have emotion here. There can be a feeling, more complex emotional quality, sadness or fear or joy, expansive or contracted. Just see. How is it? Going right inside, internally and externally, we can take to mean, at this point, inside, right inside the chest cavity. What's happening? What can we experience? And also moving the attention all around the surface. The skin, the musculature, the movement, the posture. How could we not be mindful when there's so much to observe? This is a way, this body scanning contemplation, it's a way to help us to stay focused in the body. There's really not much room for thinking, for any kind of distraction, for any movement into the past or future. We're here. We're gripped. We're attentive. The mind is becoming more one-pointed. So with our scan, with our laser-like attention, let's move down, further down to the abdomen. Again, the posture, seeing how the lumbar, the lower spine is held, seeing how it naturally finds its center of gravity, its comfortable posture, often involving a sort of straightening up. Breathing deep into the abdomen, right into the belly, base of the body. Feeling the movement there with every breath. Can you feel the touch of the clothes here against the belly, the sides? Can you feel anything happening inside? Can you feel pleasant or unpleasant? Is there any emotional feeling here? Is there a sort of mood here, a sort of mental quality, a tone here? Is there tension? Is there holding? Is there fear? Breathing deep and just exploring, investigating what it's like here in the belly. Moving the attention around from place to place in this part of the body. And we can move down now to the pelvis, the sitting bones, the buttocks, the genital area, right down at the bottom of the body. And just see, how is it? What can be felt here? And moving the attention through every part, not missing anything out. And if there's any numbness, to stay there a bit longer until there's something apparent, some subtle feeling. And where there's easeful attention, easeful experiencing, then we can move on to the next points, the next area. Scanning. It's like we're looking for this body. We're looking for what can be observed, knowing that there's something here in every part of the body that can be known, that can be experienced. All around this area, the base of the body, the obvious sitting pressure, weight, to the more subtle skin, inside, anything there, anything that can be felt. And the spine, the base of the spine. Posture again. Everything's resting on this point. How is it? Is it comfortable? Is it in the right kind of alignment? And the body centers itself, given this spacious kind awareness. And coming down the legs, down the thighs, bit by bit, working our way, moving gently, gradually down to the knees, with the intention not to leave out any part. We have a kind of mental map, don't we, of the body, and it's useful. We can apply it and notice, yes, I know there are legs down there, but also I can feel them. I can feel them. I can allow them, give them space, give them attention. Coming down the thighs to the knees and all around the knees. These powerful joints. The skin, the bone, the muscle. the temperature, any pressure, any pain, the subtle and the obvious. Giving time to investigate here. And then gradually moving down the shins, the calves, feeling the position, the touch of surfaces, the tingling of the skin, the surface, the way they're held. Any muscles that are relaxing here as we pay attention, and the relaxation deepens. Coming down to the ankles, the heels, the soles of the feet, all around, tops of the feet, gradually working down to the toes. And one by one, on both sides at the same time, feeling big toes, number 2, 3. Can we distinguish between the toes? We can if we pay attention. 4, and the little toes. It's quite sweet, isn't it? Paying attention to our little toes. It's like, hello. It's the same with every part of the body. It's like saying, hello, I'm with you. I feel. And it's not I then, is it? As we pay attention to all of this, we can be very aware, can't we, that it's not really personal. It's not really mine. These are Dhammas. This is an experience. These are phenomena. This is feeling. This is body. And I'd like to invite you to continue to scan around the body and just wake up to this extraordinary degree, manifestation of feeling that is here for us as an object of meditation. Scanning the body in different ways can be helpful to come right back up to the top of the head and just repeat the whole process methodically so we don't miss anything out. And we might speed up the process, having been through once, one full sweep of the body, we can go a bit quicker the second time because it's easier. Because we're already very focused, very present. The mindfulness is sharper than when we began. And so I'm going to allow us to sit in silence now, continuing to pay attention to the body, seeing how this way of practice really is a great way to overcome the hindrances. There's not much room for Mara here. We're present. We're awake to Kayanupassana, to Vedananupassana, body awareness, feelings awareness. So we can meditate for another 15 minutes or so. I'll ring the gong at the end of the session. We can come to the end of the meditation session. Just taking your time to open the eyes, maybe have a stretch and a change of posture. Give the body some kindness. See what it needs.